Just sitting here hanging out with my boo, and I was watching this video this guy made. Oh, that's some awesome sound effects. Where the heck's the volume? There we go. So I thought that was kind of neat because Heli Tank was originally a Nabu game, and then it was ported over to MSX. His video is a little bit misleading, but I'm sure you're going to watch it anyway because he says it's the MSX version of the Nabu. So people might think it's the Nabu version, but it's not. And then it occurred to me, I was like, you know what? I think I actually might have one of those joysticks. And I was thinking, if I do, it's most likely in my box of stuff. So if we look over here, I got a lot of computer hardware, old computers, lots of stuff. Okay, and I keep here my box of joysticks. Now, this video, if you get uploaded, it's because it actually is in here. And if it doesn't get uploaded, you don't actually see this video, but you won't even know that I'm saying this, it's not in here. So let's just take a look because, oh, it might not be. Gosh darn, because I used to have a Nabu joystick, but it looks like I have a bunch of, what is this? I think this is for, oh, Commodore 64 or something. Yeah, it's big enough that you would actually see it if it was in here. Oh my God, no! Yes, it is here. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. So this is the joystick for the Nabu. Look at it. It is such a weird phallic thing. I saw some comments where people said it's similar to the Channel F controller. It is similar. The Channel F controller can actually rotate this, and you can push up and pull down on the Channel F controller from Fairchild. This one you can't do that. So let's take it a little comparison here. So where's my Channel F? There it is. Hello, you. Want to play some games with us later? Yeah, you do. Let's see here. Booyah. Okay, so this is the Channel F controller. And as you can see, I can rotate to twist it. I can push down as a button, and I can pull up. Now, if you haven't played a Channel F, oh my gosh, it has the most incredible version of Pong that you will ever play, especially like two-player Pong. You can twist the controller, the paddles move, twist it the other way. Oh yeah, it is awesome. You can get very competitive. Now with the Nabu version, you don't have that option. You can just move it around and you have a single pew pew pew. So this is compatible with the Atari. And I know since we're here, maybe I'm making a mess pulling things down, but I'll tell you a little bit about this guy. If you want to check out my channel, I hacked this thing. There's a Raspberry Pi. No, there is a Raspberry Pi, that's right. I was gonna say, I thought maybe it was an Atomic Pi, but no, it's not. It's a Raspberry Pi. And I used an Arduino, and the Arduino is hooked up to these buttons. And I also had to modify the emulator because, you know, open source, right? The emulator I downloaded didn't really quite work, so I modified it to actually work properly. And it also, if you want to download it on my GitHub page, it's there. And in the back, if we turn this guy around, look at this, one-handed video. Oh yeah. There you go. So actually I have two of these units. This one here, which I actually had to end up cutting because I normally don't like cutting my boxes, but I have another one that is original condition still. So if you look here, you'll see there's a USB hub that you can connect your mouse and keyboard and stuff to. It boots right into the emulator anyway. And then here's your HDMI coming out of the Raspberry Pi. Also some audio if you want. And then again, like the buttons up here are fully functional. So this works just like you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference when it's booted up, minus the fact that you see a Raspberry Pi boot screen. Same with this one is actually really interesting. I think you might like watching the video on this one on my channel. So what I did with the Atari 2600 is I wanted to keep the original buttons and switches and make them functional, okay? So what I ended up doing was keeping the circuit board inside. And then I took the, I can't remember what the controller is called. It's not the CPU, but they have that little controller that does the graphics and I/O. There's a name for it on, that they refer to it on here. But anyway, so I took that, found all of the pins on that chip that go to all the different I/O for the switches, and then I soldered wires from those into an Arduino, and then use the Arduino as a keyboard input, and also the joysticks as well are also hooked up to the same Arduino. I think there might be 2 Arduinos in here actually, and they're plugged into the Raspberry Pi. So when you flick the switches, you're actually pushing buttons like on the keyboard, which is making the emulator do its thing. Yeah. And I don't know what else. We should probably do another video where we cover some of these things, but this one might be kind of neat to show you. Is let's see here. Bring her over to the desk. Years ago, Radio Shack actually did a retweet and a little article back when Radio Shack was around with what I did with my hack on this. Everything's a little dusty. I haven't actually been to this house in almost 2 years, so gotta clean it up. So anyway, the TRS-80 Model 100, I was sitting around one day working on some robots, and it occurred to me, hey, let's make this thing control a robot. So if you open this guy up, you're gonna see a Bluetooth module, and it's hooked up to the UART port, right, of the 6402, and it communicates directly with some robot hardware that I had designed. So I can't remember what robot it was we were using. I think it was a Wall-E robot, but I was able to program it and control the Wall-E robot. So that was pretty wild. I think you'll find that someplace on the internet if you find it. I don't know where on the internet it is, but somewhere. Yeah, here's lots of toys, and these are all, they all have Raspberry Pis in them. Every single one of them has a Raspberry Pi inside of it. And you can watch the videos on how they've been hacked. Except the ones that don't have Raspberry Pis inside of them are those guys. Oh, and my Coleco. My Coleco Atom doesn't have a Pi in it either because it's original. It's OJ. So, and of course, this IBM doesn't have a Raspberry Pi. And this is interesting. I actually got some really bad mail messages on the internet about this guy. I did a live hack where I converted this into a USB keyboard. Yeah, see that? Having a USB port on there. And yeah, just an Arduino inside. I think it's an Arduino Pro Micro. And it was pretty wild, but yeah, some people sent me some messages saying that I was destroying history and whatnot. So I guess making something that's old work with something that's new is a bad thing to some people. Whatever. This is pretty wild too, eh? Look at this. This is a Databank PB80 programmable. Yeah, it's got BASIC on it. We should play with that one day. I was sitting on the couch here. I don't know. I just got, like I said, just got back to my house from my place in Ontario, and I was sitting on the couch and I was watching a show, and I was like up here in my office, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play with this guy. So I grabbed the manual, started programming it. It's painful. If you want to see me frustrated, that is the unit that we should be using for sure. And check out this little guy. I call him Macinbot. Is he cool or what? It's 3D printed, and there's magnets that hold the front on. One-handed. Okay, maybe another day. But yeah, the front's held on with some magnets so you can pry it away and see the Raspberry Pi inside. And it's fully functional. It's running right now. It doesn't have the Pi emulator or the Macintosh emulator on it. It's just running Pi, but is what it is. We can cover that another day. Ooh, fancy pants. So these are the digital PDP-8, of course, and the PDP-1170. This is the unit that these are emulated, right? So this is the unit that Unix was first made on, and of course, I got Space War on the PDP-8, so that's pretty cool. But we'll go through these another day. Anyway, I just thought of it because we have a joystick now. Where did I put that thing? Joystick, where did you go? So yeah, we'll have to hook this up in another video. But I gotta go eat. Bye.